Okay guys, well I scuffed up the head a little bit, just went over it with some really fun sandpaper. Everything feels smooth. You make sure you wipe it dry if there's any water or anything like that on it. Did the same to the block. Now of course the head gasket itself, you know, these are the little pins that I was talking about. You want to put those pins in there, and that way it will guide the head back on without, you know, having to like swivel it around or anything to get it right. So once you get those pins lined up, it'll set in there perfect, no kind of issues. You just want to double check and make sure that there's going to be nothing in your way, like hoses or anything like that. You don't want anything in your way. You might actually want to get a zip tie or something and pull that over so there's nothing touching anything. Of course I sprayed the both sides of the head gasket with this copper spray. That's going to help all the minor imperfections that you might have if it's not completely perfectly, you know, smooth or whatever. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to lower the head back on here. Make sure that you line your pins up, and once the pins are lined up, it'll just right down on there. Okay, if you're still with me, you know that we're almost done with this. Now this motor here is a D16 WAS7. Now it is a 3-stage head bolt torque. So of course you want to go here on your torque wrench, and the first spec is going to be 14. So you're going to tighten them all down 14. Now the way that you do this, you want to start off right here. Go 14 pounds, 14 pounds. You go 14 pounds, 14 pounds, 14 pounds, and just keep crisscrossing like that. It'd be better, you know, to look it up on the internet. There's a bunch of real good sites to show you exactly how to torque them down. But on this specific car, it is most Civics single cams is just like, you know, you torque them down to 22 and then you torque them to 53 or 49. This car, they want you to torque it down to 14, and then the 39, I believe. No, 14, 39, and then 49. After you get all of them torqued down to 49, just take your wrench and go back over every single one of them. Just make sure all of them are at 49. Now, me, if it says 49, I'll usually torque them down a little bit tighter than that. Not too much, because you don't want to risk, you know, popping your bolt or anything like that. But if it's 49, I'll usually go, you know, 51 or 52, just to make sure that it's, you know, they're not going to back out or anything like that. I don't use any kind of thread lock or anything like that. Now, when it comes to the head I'm sorry, the shit here, timing belt. Let's see, I don't have enough memory to actually show me doing it. But what you want to do is, you see the timing belt actually will start on there. You just want to take something real skinny and just, you know, stick it under there, pry it up a little bit, and just keep going around. Just make sure that you have your lines marked up. You should have enough slack to get it on there. Like I said, the first time you do it, it's kind of a pain in the ass. It could take you up to like 10-15 minutes to get it on there, but after that, once you get the knack of doing it, it shouldn't take you any more than like 5 minutes to get it back on there. Everything else just slides back on. This will just slide back on. You know, I didn't break my let me pull out a little bit here. I did not mess up the intake manifold gasket, so what I'll probably do is just spray a little bit of that copper spray on here, bolt it back up. We still got a good gasket for the exhaust manifold. You want to make sure that you plug everything back up. You got your little 2 sensors over here, your distributor connector here, your holes that goes on the back of there. That's pretty much everything. Now it's on you if you want to, you know, reconnect everything under it, like the mount for the exhaust and the manifold and all that. If you got an aftermarket exhaust, more than likely you don't have it on there anyway. It's up to you. It's not really going to hurt it. I would recommend just going under there, spending an extra like 3 or 4 minutes to bolt everything back up. Once you do that, put your plug wires in, watch the video in reverse if you want to, and you're pretty much good to go. like I said, this is just the way I do it. This is not the way that the manual says. Now, from start to finish, even though I'm making a video, or I made a video basically almost every step, it took me roughly 2.5 hours to do all this. So if you got some hand tools, if you don't have a torque wrench, shit, you can go to AutoZone, rent a torque wrench for like $40 and, you know, take it back when you're done. I'm getting a call. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Make sure that you put your mount back on for your power steering. Put your belt back on, tighten everything back down. Like I said, if you need to, watch it in reverse, and that's it, man. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any other questions, you know, hit me up. I'm gonna disable. I think I'm gonna disable comments and you know, thumbs up, thumbs down on this video, just because this is my way of doing it, and there's a bunch of fucking assholes on the internet and said, no, you did this wrong, or you did this wrong, or you can't do it this way. Like I said, if you fuck your car up trying to do it my way, I'm not responsible for it. But like I said, I've done plenty of these, and this is the way that I do it every single time, and I've never had an issue. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and I know that the quality of the edit's going to be the shit, but you get what I'm trying to do here.